Stupidly again, making my second quick video of the day. With all the talk recently, or the past year or so, of presupposition apologetics and transcendental arguments and circular arguments and all this stuff that theists have been putting forth to claim that God exists. Sometimes it's just nice to hear the oldies but goodies. So last weekend I was at my friend's house with my girlfriend, and we go over there and we hang out with him and his wife. And this guy's like a brother to me. He's like family. I've known him for freaking years, and he's a theist, and we don't. He's like a part timer, like he goes to church. He was raised as a Christian, so he remains a Christian. His kids go to church, but he does. Other than that, he doesn't really act like a Christian per se. But anyway, so we're hanging at their house and we're smoking hookah and we're drinking and we bullshit and have fun until the wee hours of the morning. And last time I was there, he kind of busted off this question to me, and I kind of wasn't expecting it. And I really don't even remember what we were talking about that brought it up, but he kind of turns to me and he says, he goes, well, at some point, you have to start believing in something bigger than yourself. And immediately there's like red flags that go off in my head, right? Without even like a second thought, there's like three things wrong with that question, right? First that popped in my head was, well, no, I don't have to believe in anything bigger than myself. What is bigger than myself? What do you mean by bigger? And it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me why people have that sort of mentality. I mean, the way I see it, at some point in your life, you have to start believing in something bigger than yourself. At some point, when it's almost like the implication is, well, eventually you got to kind of grow up and realize that you're not the center of the universe or whatever. That's kind of how I saw it. Or, at some point you have to understand that you're minuscule. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I have to believe in something bigger than myself. So I was like, what, that tree? Like, that tree's bigger than me. I believe in the tree, like, what does that even mean? At some point in my life. And what point is that? Like, what does that point signify? Does that mean, I reach a certain point where I'm mature enough to accept a God claim? Or, I don't know. It's a really open-ended, clumsy question, Believe in something bigger than myself. Well, bigger than myself, I mean, I assume you mean like a greater being. And why would I believe in something that's a quote-unquote a greater being when there's no reason to? That's like saying at some point in your life you really should start believing in leprechauns. Okay, that doesn't. This sort of questions don't fly with me, and I've heard them, from other people growing up. I've heard, everyone should believe in something, and I had my coworker ask me that actually, or tell me that everyone should believe in something, and my response to that was, why? And she goes, well, she stumbled for a minute. She goes, well, they just should, and I'm like, why? Like, to what end? Well, I just think they should. Okay, well, thanks for playing, but, that doesn't tell me anything. So, what is it about believing something bigger than yourself? What is it? Why the need to do that? It doesn't make me more fulfilled to believe in something, some greater being. It doesn't make me happy, or doesn't fill my life with joy to believe without any sort of evidence that there's a greater being. It doesn't do anything for me just to say, oh, by the way, I'm just going to believe that there's this thing that you claim is out there. Okay. So, anyway, it was kind of such a blunt question, and at this point in the atheist/theist debate game, it was one of those questions that it was so simple it caught me off guard. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. With all the really complex philosophical arguments that are going about, and logic this and fallacy that, sometimes it's just nice to get a nice, simple theistic question that you can diffuse and rebuke or rebuke and refute without even really having to put forth much effort. So anyway, this is Lee. Thumbs up if you like it, comment if you like it. If you don't like it, you can comment. As always, see you later. Bye.